Hey guys, hello, welcome back. Harris here. Uh, I know I wanted to do a couple updates earlier on in the week, but haven't had a chance. Anyway, I don't have the picks I made last week, but I gave on the Rob before the week started, and I went 7-7 last week in the NFL. I do not have the over unders for you. I think I was 6-8 with the over and unders. That would have put me at 13-15 for the week. Wasn't a good week. But anyway, I'm going to give you all 16 games this week that I put out on the Jabroni Network on Tuesday night. Anyway, we start the week off Thursday. Kansas City's visiting the Chargers. Keep in mind also, we use the opening lines from Sunday night, Monday morning. So, Kansas City going to the Chargers. Kansas City minus 3.5. The total is 50.5. I'm saying take Kansas City, give up the 3.5. Let's go over the total. I've got this like a 38-17 game. Then we start some Saturday football this week in the NFL. You got the Raiders going to Cleveland at 4:30. You got the Patriots at the Colts at 8:20. Still can't understand the Colt line. Anyway, Vegas, Cleveland. Cleveland at home is a 6-point favorite. The totals are 42.5. I'm saying take the Raiders in the 6. Cleveland, they just need too much. Uh, they still may back into the playoffs, so in the division they're in. But Vegas Raiders +6 and the over 42.5. All right, then New England Indy game. I cannot believe the Colts are a 2-point favorite. I know they're home, but I cannot believe they are a 2-point favorite over the Patriots. I mean, you're playing a quarterback who's probably going to be rookie of the year. Outside chance he could be even more. He could be offensive player of the year. He could be a league MVP. I mean, Mac Jones has really shown a lot to everybody. But anyway, Colts 2 point favorite, 45 is the total. I'm taking New England plus the 2, and I'm going under 45. I have this as a 32-20 game, New England. All right, then we move on to Sunday. Carolina visiting Buffalo. Buffalo's 11.5 point favorite. 45 is the total. Uh, 11.5. I had this 10-point game. I got Buffalo winning this 27-17. So I've got to take that 11.5. I got to take Carolina and the under. Jets Dolphins. Very much to say about this game. It's going to be ugly. Jets at Dolphins. Dolphins 8.5. 43. I'm taking Miami, giving up the 8.5. I'm going under the total 43. Redskins and Eagles. NFC East Division matchup. This now looks like it's only for a wild card. Dallas can wrap up the division with one win, and I think they're going to get it this week. But both these teams are still in the playoff picture. Washington and Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a 4.5 point favorite, 43.5. I'm going to take Washington in this game. All right, I got Washington winning the game outright 27-21. But you're going to give me a 4.5. I'm going to take the Washington football team. I still call them the Redskins and probably always will. Anyway, Washington plus a 4.5 and over to 43.5. Arizona at Detroit. Arizona 8.5 point favorite. The total's 47.5. Detroit's found ways to stay in games all year. They finally got that win a couple weeks ago. I did call that win outright. But at this point, they're in trouble. And personally, if I'm Detroit, I don't want to win another game this year. I don't want to take a chance of losing that number one pick, which I really think they should trade that number one pick if they do end up with it and pick up multiple spots. You know, this is a situation where it's not quality, it's quantity. And, they need that quantity of quality players. Anyway, Arizona -8 and over 47.5. I have this about 40 to 9 game. Cowboys at the Giants. Cowboys can wrap up the division this week. 10.5 is the line. 45 is the total. I've got Dallas win this game 31-10. So take the Cowboys and the under. Cowboys are going to be my lock of the week, by the way. Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Titans are coming in at 2-point favorite. 41.5 is the total. I got Tennessee and the under. I got 27-14 Tennessee. Houston going to Jacksonville. Neither one of these two teams even want to be playing right now. Jacksonville is a 3-point favorite. Yes, you heard me correctly. Jacksonville is a 3-point favorite this week at home against Houston. The total is 41. I've got Houston winning this game outright, 24-10. Give me the other 3 points. I'll take it. I'll take Houston and the under. Atlanta, San Francisco, 49ers are an 8.5-point favorite. 46 is the total on this game. Another one. East Coast team, Southeast Coast team, flying out west. Don't like it. Never did like the East to the West Coast. For that reason, I'm going to take the 49ers minus the 8.5. And I'm going to once again go under. I got this about 27-10 game. Cincinnati at Denver. This game could be a track meet. I'll tell you right now, I'm taking the over in this game, 43.5. I definitely taking the over. I could see 60+ points scored in this game. All depends on how Burrows is feeling with that hand. But I got Cincinnati 33-30 winners over the Broncos. The line is Denver minus 1.5. Give me at 1.5. I'll take Cincinnati all day long. Green Bay visiting Baltimore. Green Bay, 2-point favorite. 46 is the total. I don't know where Baltimore's points are going to come from this week, guys. Jackson is out. Green Bay should have a field day as Baltimore's defense is banged up. Secondary is depleted. I don't even know who they're going to dress this week at corner. Anyway, Green Bay minus 2. I'll take the Packers over the Ravens. 31-17. We're going to take the over. Seattle at the Rams. Rams are 7-point favorites. 47 is the total. Seattle's just downright horrible. Russell Wilson right now is already trying to figure out where he's going to be next year. It definitely won't be back in Seattle. He'll be starting somewhere on the East Coast probably. Anyway, take the Rams minus the 7, and we're going to go under the 47. I got this at 34-10 Rams. Saints and Buccaneers. New Orleans beat them earlier in the year. That was in the dome. You're going to see a different Tom Brady playing this team on the out in the open air. Brady don't normally lose to a team twice in the same season. As much as I dislike the man, gotta give credit where credit's due. He's a good quarterback. Okay, he knows how to make his adjustments. He knows what he's looking for. New Orleans is also banged up a little bit, more so than what they were last time he played. But that being said, it's an 11-point line. Tampa Bay minus 11, 46.5. I have this game at 34-24 Tampa. So, with that being said, I'm going to take the 11, take the Saints. And Monday night, Minnesota visiting Chicago. Minnesota's going in there as a 4-point favorite. The total's 43.5. I don't know what to say about Chicago except Nagy. You should have got out Thanksgiving when they gave you a chance. They're using you right now. They're already trying to decide who's going to succeed you there in Chicago, sir. So anyway, Minnesota 4-point favorite. I'll take Minnesota at -4 and go over to 43.5. I'm thinking somewhere around 38-17 game on Monday night, Minnesota. So we'll see how that goes. I know we do have a couple NCAA games coming up starting Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday the bowl season starts. Remember, we do have a Bowl Mania going. If you go back on the previous video, the link is in there. You can still sign up for it. I did also change it where you can create up to 2 entries per person. It was originally just one. Now, some people have asked me about my red, white, and blue season. I did start a season, and like everybody else out there, I got my own homebrew rules and things like that. For example, there's actually 60 cars in my league. 57 of them are team owned. 3 of them are what I call filler cars, which are league run and operated. They only need use them in a if needed situation to fill out a field. If something comes up where there's too many cars on the bubble, and you know, put these other 3 cars into the mix. Uh, Also, 43 cars are my max on the intermediate races. On the short tracks, I will go as many as 40. Right, so every race don't always have 40 or 43. The super speedways, 2+ miles in length, I will allow up to 57 drivers to make that field. Now, I am using one of the race mats that you can find over an Al's Goodies page. So I can actually put 43 cars out on the track, and then the other 14 will be in a stack, um, like the normal game rules call for. So I'll work on that way. But anyway, race one, which was in Daytona. And keep in mind, like I said, I'm using multiple seasons of cars. All right. I have every season that Keith has put out, and I've done sort of like a draft. Now, there are 19 teams of 3 drivers each. The only reason I even have the teams are for the pedal to the metal rolls. If you if you follow the YouTube racing league that Rob does over on his channel, you'll know what I'm talking about by the pedal to the metal roll that we added to the game. It adds a little bit to it. It takes that dual feud out, which I didn't care for anyway. But anyway, race one was run at Daytona. The We used the 2013 track. All right, so 57 drivers started that race. Let's see. Stage one was won by Tony Stewart, the number 14 car, and that Stewart car is using a 2013 season card. All right. The top 5 at stage was Stewart won. Then AJ Allmendinger in the 22 car, he finished second in stage one. Trying to see if I can find him real quick. Yeah, his card's from the 2012 pro season. All right. Second place, I was second. Third was the 13 of Julie Justice, one of the Scram cards. Fourth place in that stage went to number 54, Pepper Stockton, who is in one of the oh Crawl Stars, I believe. I'm trying to find him on the list here. Let's see, 54. No, that's actually one of the 1960 Scram cards that were created. So one of the 1960 cards are finished fourth in that first stage of the first race of the year, and Casey Kane in the number 5 car finished fifth. Yeah, ran that top 5 of stage one. Stage two, the 63 of Jeff Daly, the 90 of Ricky Rudd, the 14 again of Tony Stewart, then the 39 of Pat McAtee, and finishing out the top 5 was Austin Bigler in the 77. The race ended with the 39 of Pete McAtee winning, picked up 50 race points. Yeah, 45 for the win, 4 for a stage 2 position, and 1 for being a lap leader. I do award one bonus point for a pole winner, and 1 bonus point uh, for anyone who leads a lap. You could, or leads at any point during a turn. You could be the first driver in the top group. You win a challenge, you win a brake check, you take the lead. The next driver does it. You're both get credit for leading the turn. So you have as many as 7 guys lead on any given turn. All right, Tony Stewart finished second, 47 race points. Total event points, so we ended up with 64. Pete McAtee had 55 event points. Number 40 is Sterling Marlin finished third. Richard Petty in the 43 car finished fourth, and Jeff Daly finished fifth in the 63 car. That was the first race that we ran. That was at Daytona. In that race, we did have a big one. We had how many cautions? We had 1, 2, 3. We have 4 different yellow flag events in that race. Turn 35 was probably the biggest trouble roll I've ever seen. I do use the advanced rule. If we have a top group trouble, if there's 3 or more cars involved, then we go to the middle group. Middle group, if there's 6 or more, we go to the bottom group. Well, at some point, turn 35, we had a huge wreck involving 33 cars. Of those 33, 20 cars were eliminated on that one turn. All right. And it took out some big names. Carl Edwards was involved. Bobby Labonte, Darrell Waltrip, Derek Cope, Michael Waltrip, Billy Brett, myself. Yes, myself. Keith actually created a card for me when I purchased the 1979 Pro Series way back when. Created a card for me, which I'm actually running in the field as well. So, anybody that was involved in that wreck and was not able to continue only scored 1 point. There's one more of the other rules I have. 45 points for the win. So 45 points for the win, and it goes down. I think it's 45. I have to double check. But anyway, down to the 31st place, you can get up to 10 points, as little as 10 points. 31st can score up to 10. After 31st, anybody from 32nd on back will score either 2 race points or 1 race point. Everybody's guaranteed a 1 for starting the event. If you are running at the end of the event, you finish 32nd on back, you're guaranteed 2 points, plus any bonuses you may have picked up: stage points, lap lead points, pole, any of that. So that's where we do that. But anyway, I finished in that race 42nd out of 57, and I walked away with 1 point in that race. All right, so that was at Daytona. After Daytona, we went to the 2016 Scram Gulf Coast Motor Speedway, which is an intermediate track. So this race only started 43 drivers. Of those 43, Julie Justice was our pole sitter, so she picked up a bonus point there. Stage 1, Jeff Daly finishes first in stage 1 after starting second. Second place went to Ricky Rudd. Third place went to Julie Justice, our pole sitter. Fourth place, number 3, Austin Dillon. And Dillon is running the 2019 Pro car. And in fifth was the 24 of Tom Rossi. Rossi's using his 2018 Scram card. So that's the top five in stage one. Stage two, Ricky Rudd with the stage win. 71 of Andy Lilly finishes in second. And he is using the 2011 Pro card. All right. Third place, the King Richard Petty in that 43 Dodge. And fourth, Pete McAtee in the 39. And in fifth, the number 14, Tony Stewart. Stewart's always lurking around there some way, somehow. We had 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 lap leaders that race. 9 different leaders. So I moved things around. The winner was the 77 car of Austin Bigler. And Austin Bigler's using the 2016 Scram card. So you had Bigler first, Daly second. I actually finished third in that race, walking away with 44 points. I started third and finished third. Bigler was the winner. He started 40th. Jeff Daly started second, finished second. I was third. Fourth place, Tony Stewart finished fourth after starting 16th. Ricky Stenhouse fifth after starting in the 14th spot. All right, McAtee, week one winner, or race one winner. He finished sixth, starting ninth. All right, the other thing to keep in mind with my qualifying, I run play.com's qualifying week, basically the way it's written. The only exception is the top 10 from the previous week are guaranteed to make the field, just like a provisional position that NASCAR used to use years back. So if you finish in the top 10 in that race, you're guaranteed to start the following week. And with so many cars in the season, it's important to have that. All right, our third race, we're staying in the Scram set, but we're going to 2019, and we're using the Midwest Motor Speedway. Once again, intermediate track, so we're only starting 43 cars. Number 50, Gary Payne, or Pine, depending how you want to pronounce it, Pyne. He is a Scram driver, and that card, the number 50, is from the 2017 season. All right, so he was our pole sitter, and that's the last you're going to hear of him for today. Let's look. Stage one, top five. Number one, Jamie McMurray. First time we've heard him, and he is using his 2014 Pro card. All right. Second in stage two was the 19 of Carl Edwards, using the 2015 season. The third place was Parnell Drake, number 70, 2016 Scram set. And fourth, Francisco Segovia in the number 56 Scram 2013 card. And in fifth, stage one, was Craig Greco, number 61 Scram card. The stage two rounded out Ricky Rudd winning stage two in the number 90. And he is using the 1979 Pro card. Finishing second in that stage was the 82 of Jason Leonard. Finishing third, the 43 Richard Petty. Fourth, Parnell Drake, once again in that number 70 car. And fifth was, once again, Craig Greco. We had 6 lap leaders. You had Ricky Rudd, you had Austin Bigler, you had Jamie McMurray, AJ Allmendinger, Danica Patrick snuck in leather lap, and Brett Bodine. Yeah, Patrick started 15th, finished 35th. The winner of this race, Ricky Rudd, walks away with the race win. 50 race points. Okay, so yeah, it's 50 points for the win. Yeah, 50 for the win, and then he gets his bonus points, a stage bonus of 10 for the win, and a lap leader. So it's 11 bonus points that he ended up there with 61 points. Second place, Carl Edwards. Third, Julie Justice. Fourth, Francisco Segovia. Fifth, Craig Greco. Sixth, Austin Bigler. Seventh, Billy Brett. Pete McAtee in the eighth. Juan Montoya ninth, and Jason Leonard finishing out the top 10. So those 10 drivers all guaranteed to start the next race, which isn't much of a big issue because that next race is a super speedway, and anybody and everybody is eligible. Oh no, sorry, it's a road course. Races 4 and 5 are road courses. There's Sonoma race 4. So this does make a difference because those 10 guys and girls are guaranteed to start. So what I do here, a road course can start 40, 43, or 57. As many as 57. So what I do, roll 3 decider dice. If they all come up with a bullet or all come up blank, we put it at 40 drivers. No ifs, ands, or buts. If it's 2 dots, it's 43 drivers. No, I'm sorry, 2 dots, it's up to 57 drivers. One uh, one dot, we will stay with 43 drivers. Well, we ended up hitting 2 dots up to 57. So we're automatically putting a 43 in. We roll a d20. Depending on what that d20 number is, that's how many cars we're going to add in the field. Well, 43, I rolled d20. I ended up hitting a 20, so I could have actually put 63, but 57 is our max. So the only 3 cars that did not start the race were the 3 league owned cars. No need to put them out there. So Gary Pine once again wins a pole, back-to-back poles for him. And stage 1, he actually led wire to wire on the first stage. So Pine finishes first in stage 1. Segovia finishes second in the stage. Carl Edwards finishes third. Danica Patrick was fourth in stage 1. And fifth was Parnell Drake. All right, move on to stage 2. The 54 Pepper Stockton won the stage. Ricky Rudd finishes second. Bobby Labonte in the 47 car is third. Casey Kane is fourth. And fifth was Gary Pine. That rounds out stage 2. All right, lap leaders throughout this race. We had Gary Pine, Bobby Labonte, Pepper Stockton, Ricky Rudd, Clark Snook, Richard Petty, and Casey Kane. So that gave us 7 leaders over what was scheduled for a 22-turn event, which actually ended up going 24 or 25 turns. I can't remember right offhand, but we had a caution come out on the last turn, which caused us to go to green white checker. All right, in this race, we had 2 drivers fined for an on-track altercation. That was the number 30 of Parker Klingerman and the number 66 of Daryl Waltrip. Both drivers fined $10,000 and have been warned. Anything else out of either of them will cost them 25 driver points. So you really don't want to deal with those points. So they both have their warning for the year. Also back early on in the first race of the year, Alex Hodge, which is uh, a league run team, 78 car, using a 2012 Scram car. He had an altercation. He was also fined and warned. So that's 3 drivers have been fined at this point. All right, road course, Sonoma. Our race winner, the King, number 43, Richard Petty. So he's already now qualified for the playoffs, and he's using his 84 Pro card. Casey Kane in a 5 car finishes second in the 2013 Pro. Billy Britt. Is it Brett or Britt? I got both boys here. I think it's Billy Brett in the number 88 car. Using a 28 Scram, finishes third. Clark Snook in the number 9, using a 2017 Scram, finishes fourth. And he needed that. He hasn't had any success or getting rolling here early on with 2 failed qualifies. The number 90, Ricky Rudd, finishes fifth. And he also is using that 79 card. Fuzzy Peters in the 11. Love that name, Fuzzy. 1960 Scram driver, finished sixth. Pernell Drake finishes seventh. Carl Edwards in the 19 is eighth. Brad Benefield in the number 98 car. Let's see, what's he using? He is using a 2014 Scram card. He finishes ninth, and Austin Bigler in the 2016 Scram number 77 rounds out the top 10. I actually had a good run. I started 30th, and I finished 15th, picking up 26 race points. In this event, 3 cars were total. It was a 31 car, the 85, and the 34. Nothing big here. Yeah, a 3-car accident on turn 9. The 31 car. Actually, we ran 52 cars in this race. Not 57, it's 52. So on that D20 roll, I had to hit a 9 then instead of 20. Anyway, 32 finished. The 31 of Mike Skinner finished 52nd. He was the first one out. He was in a 3-car accident, only car unable to continue. The 17 finished on turn 16. Electrical issues, finished 51st. That's Ricky Stenhouse. Also, turn 16, number 85, brought out caution with a 1-car crash. Went to the fence, totaled the car. He was done for the day, finishing 50th. Turn 18, the 47 car hits the wall after taking the lead. It just taken the lead, and we had a problem roll. And wouldn't you know it, we rolled doubles. Boom. There goes Labonte all the way back to the back of the field, which really hurt him because he ended up finishing 45th. The only nice thing back there is he can carry his bonus points with him, so he did pick up 9 bonus points. He gets 2 for finishing the race running and ends up with 11 points total on the day. And last scheduled turn 22, 34 car has a solo crash and calls the green white checker overtime. So, like every other caution I have, anytime I have a caution, I change my pit stop rules. We had the option for a pit stop, roll the decider dice. If I get 3 dots, 3 blanks either way, either combination, nobody is stopping. We're just going with the flow. I end up with triple dots, so nobody came in. So we went 2 extra turns with turn 24. So the green, the white checker. All right, and that's where that finished. Petty actually made the pass on the green white checker lap. If we would not have went that far, then we would have had Ricky Rudd as our winner if that would not have went to the green white checker. So Petty went from 5th to 1st on that last turn to take the win and to clinch a playoff spot. So right now, our playoff drivers guaranteed after 4 events. Ricky Rudd with his win at Midwest. Richard Petty after his win this week at Sonoma. Pete McAtee after winning first season at Daytona. And Austin Bigler's in as well after his win at Gulf Coast. How you doing, Darius? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, sir. Just done a recap on my red, white, and blue, and my NFL picks. I just went over up here. So what's going on, brother? And let me give you the top 16 guys right now in the playoff picture. Now, I will run 31 races. Yeah, I did see that. And I'm curious to see if he stays there because there's some talk about him going to some D1 schools. But I don't know if he wants to leave. He's got a gravy job where he's at, I think. All right, real quick, my top 16. The 4 race winners, Rudd, Petty, McAtee, and Bigler. Then we had Tony Stewart, Jeff Daly, Carl Edwards, Francisco Segovia, Julie Justice, yours truly. I'm sitting 10th right now in points. Jason Leonard, Sterling Marlin, Craig Greco, Chuck Tafaro, Pernell Drake, and Casey Kane. Right now, they're the top 16 in points. Actually, 16th, there's a 3-way tie. You got Kane, Pepper Stockton, Jamie McMurray. But I'll take at least 16 to the playoffs after 31 races. I think it's either 30 or 31. And then each race after that, there'll be some sort of eliminations. And until we get to the final 4, and the final 4 race for a championship. And race number 41. And that race, do have that set, will be the A to Z Auto Parts 600. So it's going to be the 2020 Scram Desert Cigar Super Speedway. That's basically everything I said I was going to give an update on. Let's say anybody else is hanging around wants to hang out for a little while. If not, I'm going to go create a dodgeball league. Washington reaches 18 players on COVID. Wow. I don't know if you were on the other night when I asked Rob and Tim. Keith may have been on as well when we were on Rob's channel. What the league would do if, say, it got up to 65 or 70 players league wide before kickoff on Thursday. Do you think they would postpone the entire week and push everything back? You think it's something the league could do? Let's face it, 18 players on a COVID list in 1 week for one team is ridiculous. They may just have to push this week away and bring it back week 19 or something like that, and then just back the playoffs up and eliminate the off week between the conference championship and the Super Bowl. I would hope that they wouldn't make a pro team forfeit. I mean, look, the way the league is set up, unless something's changed, every player on every practice squad league wide is eligible to be pulled from any team. So if Washington has 18 guys on the COVID list and they know they're all out, and just say, I'm going to throw a number out there, just say they only have six available guys on their practice squad. They can have those 6 guys, and then they can pull 12 guys off practice squads from other teams around the league, as long as those teams don't need that guy this week. So I would think they would probably be more so to do that. But I would hope that they wouldn't make anybody forfeit. I know there was talk about that early in the year, but when you're talking league wide, we're going to do forfeit 16 games. Now you're going to have teams not telling you they have a COVID issue, just to keep at. Kevin Owens re-signed. Wow. Was that today? I hadn't heard anything about that until you just said something. And there it is. Wow. 5 possible reasons why he re-signed. Oh, I don't like him either. I'm trying to see if it says 5 possible reasons why he re-signed, but let's see. All right, wait a minute. Go back here. All right, number says 5, but only showing 4. All right, number 4. Kevin Owens has many friends at WWE and is happy there. That's one reason that he signed. Sami Zayn, fight forever, even at the top of my Christmas tree. Oh, okay. All right, so that was one reason. All right, the next reason it says Owens wouldn't have necessarily been given a lot of opportunities at AEW if he left WWE. I disagree with that. I think if he would go to AEW, they would let him have his own outlook on have his own creative. Uh, as far as the bowl pick'em last I looked, we had 16 or 17 entries. Let me finish looking at this, and I'll go back and check real quick, see if any more are in there. Number 2, Kevin Owens may have been promised a lot of opportunities for the future in WWE. That's a possibility, but McMahon will promise and then renege on it. So that could be problems down the road. Number 1, Owens still has unfinished business in WWE. Well, when you're telling stories, it's all it is unfinished business. Wow. I did not see that coming. Not at all. Let's see. Let's check over here and see what we got. Yeah, Rob was on a little while ago. I didn't even know he was on. I got his email late. Or I would have jumped on for a little bit with him. We're at 19 entries. So that's not bad. Owens. Yeah, I believe he is. Like 34, 35 years old. Wow. Let me see. Kevin Owens. He was born in 84. 14. So he's 36, 37. Undertaker will be the inductee. Well, yeah, we all knew that. As soon as he decided he was definitely done in the ring, we knew the first year that he was eligible, he would be. Now, did they ever do a last year at WrestleMania? They done a 2020 and 2021, didn't they? This year. They inducted them all at the same time. They did one group on Saturday and one group on Sunday or something like that. Now, what do you think they're going to do with Charlotte? Do you think Vince is going to let her out, or do you think he's going to keep her locked up? Yeah. And I think with her breaking up with this guy she was seeing, it makes it easier for her to decide to stay put. All right, brother. Look, I'm going to get off here for a little while. Probably jump in here again tomorrow for a little bit. I'm going to try to go to work tomorrow for the first time. See how that goes. If not here, maybe tomorrow, jumping on Rob's channel before game or during the game. But we got NFL tomorrow night. Bowl season starts on Friday. So everybody seeing this, make sure you get your bowl picks in. Let me matter of fact, let me see if I can get a link. I got the link. Anybody that's around watching, you can click on that link that I just posted in chat. And that'll take you to the College Football Bowl Mania that we're running for the Jabroni Network. There's no charge. It's all for fun. You can make up to, you can create up to two users. You know, two accounts. Right now, I think I just said there was either 18 or 19 of us in there. You rank you make your picks. No point spreads. 1 to 44. Who you think is going to win? And then you turn around after you decide who's going to win the games. Whoever you have more confidence in winning, you put them at 44 points. Whoever you have winning with the least confidence, you put them at 1 point. You can use each point value one time, 1 to 44. And if your team wins, you get that many points. Nice and simple. Any questions, leave me a message. I'll get back to you. Other than that, guys, I'm going to roll for a little while. Darius, glad you jumped in. Hope to talk to you a little bit later on. Anybody else out there, you know this deal. Click on that button down there, subscribe, bell, all that stuff. I don't know how often I'm going to be on here, but when I'm on, if you want to follow, happy to have you along for the ride. I'm going to try to get another red, white, and blue race in either tonight before bed or tomorrow. At least qualifying tonight. Probably run the race tomorrow during the football game. Get some dodgeball going. I got a second season tournament I'm setting up and a grid zone. Gotta get some grid zone out. And Legends of Boxing. So maybe we'll do some recapping some of that stuff later in the week. All right. Talk to y'all later. I'm Harris. Be safe. Remember, no drinking and driving. Not safe. We want to see everybody back here. All right. Have a good one, guys.